Welcome to Average Dude's Slow Pitch.
Yo, Henry with Average Dude's Slow Pitch. Today, I'm getting a chance to bring out the new senior combat, not my first rodeos. We've got a 12.5 inch loaded here, 13.25 kendo model loaded here. PK is gonna come out. He's gonna take his swings like normal. He's our senior player here today. Kind of give you some feedback on what he thinks about these. And then from there, I'll roll in, get my kind of handful, 5 swings on each one, just for kind of my thoughts for future videos. And then we'll get back to the garage with that final compression, final thoughts. All right, first up, we got Jason Kendrick, Kendo's 13.25 loaded senior combat rodeo. 140 for those wondering what the mark is for senior ball if you're somebody who's playing somewhere they're going to test. And starting pretty much right at like 190, so kind of right there, should be in kind of the middle spectrum of kind of the higher compressions versus those lower compressions, which obviously play a different part in different people's swings. Typically they say the higher the compression, better for stronger, faster swing speed players, lower compression, opposite, and then obviously somewhere in the middle should kind of work out for everybody. And on the 12.5 barrel, this one is at like 215, 220. So a little bit different, obviously, numbers there. We'll see how they perform versus kind of one another. Go from there with final compression, final thoughts.
All right, here we go. Combat, not my first rodeo. Woo-wee, 13.25 senior bat. Senior bat, I like it. I like it. Let's see what I like I like the cookies and cream combat. This one is probably gonna be just as promising as the other one.
94 miles per hour.
Why? Wow. Okay.
87 miles per hour. 88 miles per hour.
I'm liking this bat, Hendo.
88 miles per hour. 91 miles per hour.
91 off the end cap. Take it.
87 miles per hour.
Wow.
92 miles per hour.
Okay. Wow. Whoo-wee. 13.25 inch barrel. What's the end load on this, Hendo? Half ounce end load. My word. 1 ounce, 1 piece bat. I normally don't like them. The bigger barrel is harder to control for me, but mercy, mercy, have mercy on me. So let's go ahead and switch to the 12.5. Ooh-wee. Full ounce end load. Half ounce end load. 27 ounce. 12. Let's go.
84 miles per hour.
Oh my. Short hopped. Whew.
88 miles per hour.
I probably could have got better on that if I hadn't handled it.
87 miles per hour. 81 miles per hour. 90 miles per hour.
I'll take a 90 right.
88 miles per hour.
I'm liking the come off, the feedback on these combats.
87 miles per hour. 81 miles per hour.
I can end there. Okay, so there you have it, 13.25, 12.5. Surprisingly, I had a better outing with a 13.25 as opposed to the 12.5. I had gotten away from the longer barrels, but for some reason this 13.25 did some nasty stuff for me. Although feedback on both of them are just amazing. If you do better than I can and square it up, you'll have a nice evening at the senior division. So there you go. Not my first rodeo combat.
You're only putting one in your bag. Which one's it going to be?
If I'm putting one in my bag, I'll have to be perfectly honest. I'll probably put the 12.5 in my bag.
You have it.
Oh.
103 miles per hour.
Missed low on the barrel, and we get all the way to the fence. I love it.
114 miles per hour.
That ball barely cleared the screen and just never came down. I love that. Maybe I can play senior ball soon. Somebody give me an ID.
111 miles per hour.
These combat senior bats are a whole nother thing. These and the axe disturbance have been my favorite so far this year for sure.
102 miles per hour.
Halfway into the parking lot. Well, there's Kendall's bat. I'll talk about more in the final thoughts. We're running out of light. We've had some weird stuff with our reservations. You heard PK talk about it. Let's go to the 12.5 loaded.
103 miles per hour. 106 miles per hour.
Oh my goodness, the carry off these bats is nuts.
106 miles per hour. 97 miles per hour.
That's a miss towards the end. Just land on the left side of the car. I'll tell you right now, the forgiveness on these combats is nuts. I'll talk about them, like I said, in the final thoughts. You can listen to PK talk about them, but these things are filthy.
111 miles per hour.
That's it. We're done. Again, combat senior bats, some of my favorites on the axe disturbance. Let's get back to the garage. Final compression, final thoughts. All right, first up, the 12.5 senior combat. 140 is that senior mark on the year, just as a reminder for those that get tested, of course. And obviously still no issues with this one. About 170, a little under 175, so somewhere right around there. Plenty of wiggle room, and this thing felt really good. And obviously you got to hear PK talk about it a little bit. And the 13.25, the Kendo model, Jason Kendrick. And this one's about 155. So both of them have obviously no issues there compression-wise, still plenty of wiggle room. With the Kendo, that lets us know you can get that kind of 100, and those were all, again, 44, 375 swings. Get it right there at that kind of lower compression, and this thing, I mean, they both feel really, really good, but I thought the 13.25 felt just slightly better for me, but it makes sense based off the compression, and I'll talk about it real briefly in the final thoughts. All right, that wraps up for our Not My First Rodeo combat senior bats. I'm going to keep this pretty quick. Again, PK is the senior player here on this one. I just swing them for some continuity since we don't always have the same guys out there. But for me, both of these were absolute, missile launches, right? They're senior bats. I'm still 5 years away from being eligible to play senior ball, my 39-year-old year at that point. So don't get to swing these in games. But for me, and we saw it with the compression, the 13.25 felt a little bit better there at the end, but it makes sense with it being, I think, about 15 to 20 compression lower than here on the 12.5. Obviously, and if you go over to Big Chef Softball, Marcus does a good job of explaining kind of the difference in what compressions usually suit what type of players. But from kind of talking to him, typically your higher compression is going to be better for your faster swing speed, stronger players, and then the lower compression is better for kind of your older players, slower swing speeds, things like that. But with the combats, I've noticed both of them are complete gas. I mean, even with the 12.5 being slightly higher compression, this is the one that PK said he likes the most. I'm going to give this one to him here when we're done. I know he liked it enough that I'm going to let him have this one. Let this be his new gamer for senior ball. But both of these, again, really, really good sweet spots. Tons of forgiveness. You get kind of that one-piece almost stiffness while still getting an almost semi-stiff feel, so you're not getting an overly stiff, some flex at that point to really help that ball carry off of these bats. And then as you saw there, no issues with the compression either on either one of these. So to grab these, you can head over to combatmfg.com. If you need help picking them up or you're looking for any sort of discount codes, feel free to reach out. I'll see what I can do to help you out there on either of these models or, like, say, the USSSA models if that's what you're looking for. But either way, another great drop from Combat. I've really loved their senior bats this year. Theirs, along with like the OG KP Disturbance from Axe, are probably my favorite ones I've swung this year so far. and looking forward to more and more senior reviews. But again, head over to Big Chef Softball. He does a ton of senior bat reviews. So if you want to see these compared against pretty much everything that's dropped in the senior market over the last year, Marcus will have that over there for you as well. And he does an absolutely great job, has a bunch of discount codes and stuff that you can use as well. With that being said, if there's something else you want to pick up outside of combat, the link tree in the description of this video has a bunch of links, codes for you to get different discounts on a bunch of different gear, whether it's bats, batting gloves, whatever it might be. If for some reason a code's not working, you're not seeing a discount, reach out and I'll get you squared away with the best price, best shipping possible, whatever I can do for you there. But don't hesitate to reach out with any questions, comments, concerns. Thanks for checking the video out. Have a great day.
Thank you for watching Average Dude's Slow Pitch. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more content.